Putin just demonstrated complete dominance over Trump at their Alaska summit, and the diplomatic humiliation was captured on live television. From protocol violations to submission gestures, Trump got played by a master manipulator while the world watched. Kamala Harris predicted exactly this outcome, and now we're seeing it unfold in real time. The Alaska summit was supposed to showcase Trump's deal-making prowess. Instead, it became a masterclass in how authoritarian leaders exploit American weakness. Every detail, from arrival protocols to press conferences, revealed who was actually in control. Kamala Harris's prophetic warning about Trump's Putin weakness proves eerily accurate.
If Donald Trump were president, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv right now. And understand what that would mean, because Putin's agenda is not just about Ukraine. Understand why the European allies and our NATO allies are so thankful that you are no longer president, and that we understand the importance of the greatest military alliance the world has ever known, which is NATO, and what we have done to preserve the ability of Zelensky and the Ukrainians to fight for their independence. Otherwise, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv with his eyes on the rest of Europe, starting with Poland. And why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
The summit's aftermath revealed exactly the diplomatic disaster Harris predicted.
Our European allies, and I was over there just a couple weeks ago, are very concerned about where we go with this and how much more they're going to have to do and carry on their own. And they should do a lot on their own, no question, but they've always counted on us. Now, flip this to being soft on Russia also means that we end up being soft on China, because if China was to move on Taiwan, there's no European ally for a second would consider even jumping in with us after watching us abandon Ukraine. So today, Donald Trump masterfully demonstrated the art of no deal.
This joint news conference was anything but. It was not a news conference. There were no questions taken by either leader.
Brett, is it safe to say, since he didn't come out and say there's a ceasefire, a cessation of violence, that that is something we didn't get all the way there?
I mean, I think they would have led with it. It would have been the thing that they would have led with, that we agree to a ceasefire. We didn't hear it. And I think that could be disappointing.
Jackie, I was surprised no questions. I was surprised no details on what progress was made.
I think you and me both, Brian, and everyone else in this room was also surprised. There were a few things that were very unusual. You had Putin come out and address the press first. I mean, we are on U.S. soil here. Usually it is the leader of the country, the host country of a summit, that speaks first and addresses the room in their language. But Putin started right off in Russian.
The visual symbolism of Putin's dominance was captured in stunning detail by reporters on the ground.
We can see Air Force One. It's on the tarmac. The Eagle has landed, but we haven't yet seen the lovely blonde orange hair of Donald Trump. What's the atmosphere like there on the tarmac?
Oh my gosh, well, I have to say that what I am witnessing right now is hard to believe. It's absolutely remarkable what we are looking at right now. And Vladimir Putin's plane hasn't even landed yet. It's set to arrive in the next few minutes. But here's what I'm actually looking at. Just imagine that we are right now at a U.S. military base in Alaska. That right there is Donald Trump's jet. He is on it. It landed just a few minutes ago. On the sides are F-22s, U.S. military fighter jets, and I'm going to try to show you, and that is the Russian president's limousine delivered from Moscow, and that is Donald Trump's limousine, parked next to one another and next to the F-22s. And all of it, again, is happening at a U.S. military base in Alaska. It's absolutely remarkable.
Imagine the excitement. I love the fact that the limousines are parked right next to each other. But I do wonder, wouldn't it be quite nice if Donald Trump met President Putin and said, hey, come in my car, I'll give you a ride. Igor, we're going to leave it there.
Well, you never know with Trump, but he is expected to greet him, yes.
Putin orchestrated a perfect display of dominance, speaking first on American soil, conducting a joint press conference with no questions, and achieving visual parity with American military power while delivering nothing concrete. Trump's art of the deal became the art of no deal as allies watched in horror. The symbolism was devastating. Russian and American limousines parked side by side, surrounded by F-22s, as if Putin commanded equal status on a U.S. military base. When foreign leaders dictate protocol on American soil while achieving none of their hosts' objectives, diplomacy has become theater for domestic consumption. Harris was right. Putin would eat Trump for lunch, and he just did it in front of the world's cameras. Subscribe for analysis of how American weakness invites authoritarian manipulation. Hit the notification bell for updates on diplomatic disasters. Comment below, did Putin just show who's really in charge?